Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today, I am going to be going through my 2023 goals with you and also kind of talking about 2022 and how it went. This is going to be kind of a chatty video. I mean, it's definitely going to be a chatty video. It's going to be about my YouTube channel in general, like my content, what you can kind of expect from me this year going forward and kind of like how I felt about my content last year. And it's also going to be about my reading goals and like what I'm hoping to accomplish. So if you would like to hear me just talk, you like to hear my voice while you go about your day, or you just are genuinely interested in this stuff, stay tuned, it'll be fun. But before we get into that, I wanted to thank the sponsor of today's video, Native. Super excited to be working with Native because alongside my YouTube goals and my reading goals, I have goals in my personal life that I'm trying to accomplish. And one of those goals is reducing my single-use plastic usage and being more sustainable. Native's plastic-free deodorant comes in new and improved packaging that's earth-friendly and 100% plastic-free. It uses the same formula as their regular deodorant, just with more sustainable packaging that 92% of their plastic-free users prefer. It's really cool because this recyclable packaging saves 37 grams of single-use plastic. And not only is Native committed to sourcing paper from responsibly managed forests, they also commit 1% of their plastic-free deodorant sales to environmental nonprofits. But it's more than just the packaging that I love. I really like that when you apply it, which I'm gonna do right now, it feels very non-sticky and you feel dry. It's aluminum-free, paraben-free, cruelty-free, and vegan, with simple ingredients like coconut and shea butter. I chose 3 different scents that I am really into. My standby favorite is coconut and vanilla. I've actually been using this particular scent for a couple of years now. I like it because it smells really warm and it's not like overly sweet. This is one that Hayden has claimed for himself. It's the eucalyptus and mint scent. This one smells really fresh, but it's definitely a unisex scent. Like, even though Hayden's claiming it for himself, this is definitely something that I would love to wear. But I think my favorite new scent is the cotton and lily fragrance. This one is very reminiscent of like a clean laundry scent. It's very subtle though. You're not going to feel overwhelmed by this one. And this scent is from their sensitive line, which is baking soda free. The baking soda free formula is formulated with coconut oil and magnesium oxide, which provides up to 72 hours of odor protection. Also this month, Native just launched their Candy Shop collection. You may think that the sweetness of the holiday season is coming to an end, but the Candy Shop collection is the perfect way to keep it up. Obnoxiously craveable Candy Shop inspired scents give a bright moment of indulgence with delicious flavor and colorful fun all around. Native gives you the opportunity to explore making the switch to clean personal products and offers an affordable and accessible opportunity to make good on a resolution. Inspire your sweet tooth with their new scents: gummy bears, cinnamon hearts, sour berry belts, strawberry, and vanilla taffy. 3 plastic-free deodorants would normally be $39, but if you click my link and use code Ainsley, you'll get them for $26, which is 33% off. And with my code, you can get 20% off of their body wash and lotions. I am in love with the coconut and vanilla scent. I think I already said that about the deodorant, and it is definitely still the case for their lotion. I really like it because it's lightweight, but it's still really hydrating, and the scent lingers in a way that is not overwhelming. Again, like, I love scented products. To me, like, I want to be smelling good at all times, but I also don't want the people around me to be like, wow, she smells strong. So I love Native and I love the way that their products are scented. Like I said, really recommend the lotion. Thanks again to Native for sponsoring this portion of today's video. All right, let's talk about goals. I have tried to film this clip many a time because I don't even know how to reflect on 2022 well, I guess, or like appropriately, and how much I want to share versus don't want to share. But I think you need context for 2022 before we get into kind of like my goals and stuff. 2022 was a weird year for me. I think it was my hardest year mentally and emotionally. I did get married in 2022, which was really awesome. That was like the one bright spot, but everything else was really rough on me. I definitely took a step back when it comes to taking care of myself physically and mentally. My mental health was the worst it's ever been. I was depressed nearly all of 2022. And my cat passed away in September, which was really hard on me. I don't want to be like super down. I don't want this video to be super down, but I think it's important to sometimes reflect on the fact that like life isn't perfect and you can have bad years or bad months or bad days. Doesn't mean life is bad. Like, I definitely am excited for this year ahead, but 2022 was really hard on me, and I think that definitely is reflected in how my goals went. I did actually accomplish most of my goals when I sat down to kind of like watch my 2022 goal video on YouTube and just kind of see if I had gotten the things done that I wanted to get done. I realized that I had, which made me feel really good, but it also kind of made me think about the things I want to do going forward and how I want 2023 to just be a joy-filled year, reading good books. You know, I feel like that's kind of the attitude that I have going into most years, but this year more than ever, I just want to have fun, and I think that'll be reflected in kind of like what I'm sharing with you here. But first, let me run through my 2022 goals, let you know kind of what I did or did not do, and I'm going to let you know kind of what I'm changing and what I'm looking forward to in 2023. So one of my 2022 goals was to post 6 videos a month. I don't really remember exactly why I wanted to do this. I think for me, I wanted to maintain a level of consistency in posting, and that was something that I feel like I did accomplish after a little bit of a rough start in the beginning of the year. January, February, March were not great. Honestly, April wasn't great either, mental health wise, and also those were the months leading up to my wedding, so I wasn't able to post as often as I wanted, but I made up for that big time after the wedding. I ended up posting 3 3 times a week for almost every month after April. That was definitely not something I intended to do, but I was like, oh, I can add weekly reading vlogs to the mix and those will be super easy to do. Spoiler alert, they were not freaking easy to do, but I posted 3 times a week. So I guess I did mostly hit my goal of posting 6 times a month. So that's something that happened. Unintended consequences, and I definitely will be kind of revising that. That won't be a goal, I guess you could say. Going forward, I'm not going to be posting 3 times a week, but anyway, did accomplish that. I did want to take November and December off, and that goal, I do know where that came from. It was just a desire, I guess, to take more time for myself. I knew that I wasn't taking good time for myself in 2021, and I was like, okay, if I take November, December off, I can take care of myself, I can indulge in other hobbies, I can write. I really wanted to participate in NaNoWriMo last year, but because I was posting 3 times a week for pretty much the entire year, I wasn't able to do that. I wasn't able to get ahead in terms of pre-filming to accomplish that goal. That's the one goal I didn't accomplish, and when I look back at it, I'm really sad that I didn't get to do that, but that is definitely a priority for 2023, and again, I'll talk about that when we get there. But yeah, this one was kind of sad. This is one of the goals that like I really didn't want to slip, but it happened and it is what it is. Okay, the next 2 goals were definitely interesting, and this kind of ties into like part of the reason I think I was feeling a little bit weird in 2022. I wanted to experiment with new and creative formats, and I also wanted to like have fun with my videos and make more casual content. And I think that's something I really struggled with in 2022, was trying to strike that balance between posting things that were interesting in my mind and then also sharing like personal stuff that would make the video more fun. I feel like I never really found that balance, and I feel like I had a bit of an identity crisis in 2022. I mean, I feel like that is just the internet in general. Like if you're consistently posting videos and you're also consistently watching videos, it can be hard to not look at other people, see what they're doing, and feel like, oh god, I should be doing that instead. And I definitely kind of fell into that trap when I started to, I don't know, make content that I thought people wanted to see or that I saw other people doing that just wasn't true to me. And I definitely course corrected at the end of the year, but I still think I'm trying to figure myself out, and I'm just trying to figure out the changing landscape of BookTube. I think with the kind of rise of book talk and the rise of, I would say, just like more casual, like fun-loving book content again, like book vlogs and stuff like that, I have just struggled as to like what I should be making and kind of like my place in this community. Not that I feel like kicked out or anything. I just, you know, sometimes you kind of struggle with self-doubt, or at least I have been struggling with self-doubt a little bit recently with my content. So I'm trying to get back to a place where I'm just like super content. But I said that I did accomplish both of those things. I do think that I did share more of my personal life this year and got a little bit more casual with content in some respects, but I also did experiment with new formats and post creative content, whether or not it flopped or not. Like I did post those kinds of videos, so I guess I could be proud of myself for sticking true to those 2 goals. The next thing I wanted to do was track my reading. That was something that I did in 2021, and I wanted to do it in 2022 in kind of a different respect. I did accomplish that. I mostly tracked my reading so that I could make sure that I was reading all of the books that I physically own, and that was a really big help. It's something that I want to continue on into 2023. I'm going to be focusing on tracking different things, primarily whether or not I'm reading diversely. That's something I didn't track very heavily or closely in 2022, mostly because again, I was focused on reading the books that I physically own. But now that I am done with that challenge, I can get back to the things that excite me, which is to read diversely, not only in terms of like author, race, religion, etc., but also in genre. I do really like reading romance, but I also want to push myself this year to read books outside of that. Anyway, that's like not a formal goal necessarily for 2023, but it is something that I want to do going forward. Just keep tracking my reading. I did track it in 2022, and I want to do it again in 2023. I also wanted to read more of what I want, and it's interesting. I feel like this one was sort of a mixed bag. On the one hand, I did have to read books that I physically own, so I did feel stifled in some ways. At the same time, I feel like I picked up a lot of KU books that I was really excited about, and whenever I sat down to see how many 5-star reads I had, I guess I was surprised to see that I didn't have more 5-star reads, because it felt like my reading year went really well. It felt like I was having fun with reading, and I was finding romances that I absolutely love, like all-time favorites. I really did read more of what I want, and I cannot wait to do more of that in 2023, again, since I don't have like physical books looming over me anymore. And then the last goal that I had was that I wanted to read 50% of my physical TBR, and I did do that. I'm very proud of that. Like, I'm very proud of the fact that I got to read almost all of my physical books. I did do some calculations. I don't know if y'all are curious about this, but kind of a follow-up, I guess, to that video where I read all my physical books or whatever. I calculated the amount of books that I kept and the amount of new books that I have, and it's only 33 books, which I feel pretty confident and pretty good about, and most of those are romances that I'm going to be reading really soon here, so I read most of my physical TBR, so happy with that. Now we can move on to 2023 and just like what I'm looking forward to and what I am wanting to do this year. Again, I think there are some things that are sort of maybe in conflict, but I think that's only on the surface level. Like, I think a lot of these goals are actually going to work together. So let me try to kind of run you through things. First off, 2022 was interesting in that I started accepting sponsorships on my channel. I haven't done that in the past because I don't know, I never got any opportunities that seemed like they would be fitting or like things I would use, you know? I never want to come onto my channel and try to sell you on something that I wouldn't personally use. And I got some really cool opportunities in 2022, and I'm already getting really cool opportunities in 2023, which I'm really grateful for. And y'all are a big part of that. The reason I bring this up is because I think one of my goals for 2023 is to treat YouTube more like the business that it is for me. I have always, I think, approached YouTube as a business, and maybe that's like an unpopular opinion and it's supposed to stay a hobby or whatever, but I mean, for a lot of people it is business. For me, I want to treat it in a business, not in the sense that I'm going to be collecting money from it, but because I want to be as professional as possible and give y'all as much value as possible in my videos, if that makes sense. I want to ensure that I am making content that has value to you. For instance, I think there were a couple of times in 2022 where I created videos that were creative and fun to make, but that didn't actually have any value for y'all. Like, you weren't going to get any cool new recommendations from it. You weren't really going to come away with it even entertained. I look back and I'm like, why did I even make those, you know? They didn't even end up being videos that like I was really proud of. So that's something that I want to focus on going forward, is like I want to make content that has value to people. And value is obviously subjective, but I want to make more things that I'm excited about, but also that like y'all are excited about as well. And I also want to be a little bit more religious, I would say, about my posting schedule. I think because I was posting 3 videos a week and because I was new to sponsorships and stuff, I was really all over the place with my posting schedule, and that was bad not only for my patrons who get to view my videos early, but also to y'all who, you know, should be able to expect regular content from me. So for this year, I'm actually going to be going down to a 2 video a week posting schedule instead of the 3 videos a week I was posting last year. And I think that is going to let me post really good content that has value to you, whether it's entertainment or you coming away with really good book recommendations. And it'll be good for me because I will be able to hopefully be more excited about the videos I'm making. Obviously, having more time between videos will give me more time to, you know, create stuff that is hopefully high value and fun to watch. I do look back at some of my videos that I made in 2022 and I was like, honestly, if I had given myself more time for that video, I think it would have been even better because my excitement levels would have been higher. I would have had more time to read the books. So that's what I'm going to be doing going forward. You can expect videos from me every Wednesday and Sunday, almost religiously. January is kind of a weird month, and I did actually want to point that out. I'm also going to put it in my community tab as a community post, but January is a little bit weird. I have a few too many sponsorships in the month of January. I am trying to like cut back and like make sure that I have a balanced, I would say, sponsorship load going forward, but January is going to be a little full of sponsorships, and one of the videos I believe in January is going to be going up on a Monday instead of a Sunday. But my posting schedule is going to be every Wednesday and Sunday. You can expect a video from me around 10 a.m. I like that. I like that y'all will know when you're getting videos from me and you'll know what to expect. So Wednesdays, Sundays, 10 a.m. barring any, you know, unforeseen circumstances, but like that is my goal. I want to treat this like a business. I want to treat it like it's important because it is important to me, and I want to be creating stuff that y'all really like to watch, hopefully. Fingers crossed. My next goal is that I do want to take the month of November off. Obviously, that was a goal that I kind of bungled, I guess you could say. In 2022, I didn't get to do that, but I think with a 2 times a week posting schedule, I will be able to upload pre-film content for the month ahead and be able to take that month off. I still really want to participate in NaNoWriMo. Part of the reason, honestly, that I want to go down to a 2 versus 3 times a week posting schedule is not only for like the quality of the content, but also because I want to focus more on other aspects of my life that are important to me. 2023, I want to be a really joy-filled, well-rounded year where I'm taking care of my mental, physical, emotional health, and also, you know, taking care of business here on YouTube. But part of, you know, taking care of myself is doing other things that make me happy. And I think participating in NaNoWriMo in November would be something I'm really excited about. I'm going to be, you know, working on my book throughout the year as well, you know, kind of plotting it out, outlining it, etc. But I really want to take all of November off to just like have fun. It's also my birthday month, so kind of all coincides, but November to just like relax, have a good time, know that all my content is taken care of and that y'all will be seeing regular videos, but that I will be writing my little heart out. Like, that's what I want for myself. So I am going to be taking the month of November off. I'm going to make it happen. That is a goal. And then my last 2 goals are not so much channel related, but more so reading related. I mean, I think all of this kind of pertains to reading because it's a reading channel, right? But I want to have 50 5-star reads in 2023. I have never really had goals around 5-star reads, but that is something that I'm really looking for in this new year. I desperately want to just be surrounded by romances and by books that I love. I mean, that's what I want. I feel like I've talked about that so much. Like, I just want to have joy. I just want to have fun. And I think a really big way way to do that for me going forward would be to really focus on finding those 5-star reads. I think in doing that, I will be DNFing more books that don't seem like they're going to be books that I'm excited about. I do have competing goals here, right? Like I want to post a little bit less often, but I also want to be reading more. I also want to have more 5-star reads. I just like this goal because to me, it really focuses on the quality of books that I'm going to be reading, and I think it's possible. I think this year I had like 22 or 25 5-star reads, and I also had a lot of crap that I had to read that I like wasn't excited about. So I'm hoping that by only really reading what I want to read, I'm gonna have some 5 stars. And don't get me wrong, like I'm still gonna be making list videos and stuff like that, where I push myself to read things that like are outside of my comfort zone and or not books that I would normally pick up on my own. Like there's gonna be some of that too, but I think there's gonna be plenty of room to find some 5-star reads. So that's one of my goals, 50 5-star reads. And then lastly, I kind of like went back and forth on my actual reading goal number in terms of what I wanted it to be on Goodreads. But I think I'm just gonna go for it, you know? I was like, well, I want to treat myself well. But treating myself well doesn't necessarily mean not pushing myself, you know, and not indulging in all of the romances to my heart's content. So my reading goal for Goodreads this year is going to be 300 books. The past couple of years, I've read 280 books and 250 books respectively. So 2021, I read 280. 2022 was a little bit rougher of a year, so I read 257, I think. And this year, I want to push myself to read 300. I think, again, it's like if I'm reading books that I'm excited about, I should be able to pull that off. I'm not gonna like really strict on that one. I think if I come back to you next year and I'm like, I didn't accomplish that, I don't think I'm gonna feel that sad about it. But I will say it was sad this year. This is the first year that I didn't improve upon the year before in terms of the amount of books I read. I gave myself some grace because of the things that happened, my cat passing away, etc. But next year I think I want to read 300 books. I know. I feel like all of these goals are like competing, but I think if they all come together to create a beautiful symphony, that'd be really awesome, you know? Like making stuff that is good for me and you, posting 2 times a week regularly, just getting in a rhythm and a routine that's exciting, and also just reading fun books. Like that's what I want in 2023. I'm really excited for the year ahead. I'm really excited to like find myself again, you know, find myself in books. I think that's what was really exciting to me. Once I sold all of my books to Half Price Books, I just reorganized my office. It's like so clean for once. I feel like my camera equipment is usually like sprawled across my floors. Everything is clean in here, and I'm just ready to make this year a great one. I'm ready to read a ton and have some fun. But that's kind of it in terms of my goals. This video was a lot shorter than I expected it to be. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get accomplished, and I hope you are here along for this journey with me. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you stuck around the entire time, I love y'all so much. Let me know in the comments down below what goals you have for 2023, whether those are YouTube related if you are a content creator, or just reading related if you are a fellow reader. But I'll see y'all next time.